Everybody, thank you for your patience. I'll call this meeting to order at 7:32. If you'll stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee McGuire.
Here.
Trustee Connelly.
Here.
Trustee Hobbs.
Here.
Trustee Diatley.
Here.
Trustee Schatzberger.
Here.
Trustee Thomas.
Here. Thank you. Now we'll be, can I get a motion from the board to approve the minutes of the last meeting, November 3rd?
Second.
Moved by Schatzberger, seconded by Diatley. Any comments, questions, or edits? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor, no opposed, motion passes. Thank you. This evening, we're going to start our civility pledge with one of our younger residents back here. This is Cece. She came out and helped us out with our work day this weekend. And she's going to read our civility pledge for us, please. She's one of our local scouts.
In the interest of the civility, I pledge to promote civility by listening, being respectful of others, acknowledging that we are all striving to support and improve our community, and understand that we each may have a different ideas for achieving that objective.
Thank you so much. All right, we will address our scouts a little bit later. We're still waiting on one more, so we want to talk about that, but I'll move on to some of the other matters under the president's report. I'm just going to jump right into MetroNet. I know it has been a very frustrating day for many people, particularly up on the east side, over by Plum Court, Jill Peak, and Holly. Trustee Thomas alerted me to some of the more outages this afternoon. I was here at Village Hall. I came out and met with her. We spoke with representatives from the MetroNet crew, as well as the locators who are working for USIC. First off, I'm very sorry that power went out. I know that especially after COVID, we have a lot of people who work from home. We depend on having those connections. And when your day is interrupted, not only is it a nuisance, but in this day and age, it can also be messing with your business day and just even your work life or your family life at home. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We knew there were some issues last Friday. We addressed it with USIC and MetroNet. They said they were going to have a designated locator group out with MetroNet to check the lines as they were digging. The group was there today as they were checking for the lines. Apparently we have old power lines in the village, especially when you're getting into the old manor areas where lines used to be underground. When they came in to replace them with more updated and improved lines, rather than using what was already there and existing and taking that out, they left that there, moved over about 4 feet and placed the lines there. Unfortunately, the devices that USIC uses picks up, and I don't know the science of this, but picks up signals, and isn't a very clear way to differentiate between an old signal and a new signal. It just shows up as a signal, so they mark it. We've been meeting with them since President Pickett was in office, and then we had a pre-construction meeting right when I started in May. Public Works Director Killinger, as well as our engineer Jeff Steele, both, in fact, Trustee Hoff was there as well. We went over with them that we have a lot of tricky areas in the village, so we needed to really discuss the areas that are being dug each time. They were aware of that. I don't know what happened exactly, but what we understand when Kelly and I were out there is they were going along the old lines. Those are old power lines, and there was one that was actually just off to the side about 4 feet. So we are getting in contact with MetroNet tonight, letting them know in USIC that they need to sort this out between the two of them, and that we need guarantees that the locators will be there so no more power outages are happening. My understanding is there may be a pause on the work tomorrow while we get this sorted out. Please keep notifying us if there's issues. But we will be on site every day, making sure that it works, that it's progressing smoothly. but I can't fix the power lines, but I can be there to oversee and make sure that they're following through with it. So we'll keep you updated. And that was also part of the issue today as to why there wasn't an update on Facebook. We didn't get our update today. I think we were all under the impression that MetroNet was, or that USIC was going to send out their locators. I don't know, there's an assumption that MetroNet wasn't going to work right off the bat because USIC was going to do the extra lines. But for what it is, that fell through today and we were following up throughout, been working on it throughout the day.
The other thing is, I might add is, for anybody watching, if you can let your neighbors know and everybody know, please don't pull the flags out. They're there for a reason. It could cause safety issues for MetroNet, for USIC, for ComEd, like everybody involved. It can cause a safety issue. So people have pulled flags out, unfortunately. And because they don't want anybody walking through their yard or easement or whatever. Well, it's a little, then people have to come back out and
Post
remark and repost the flags. I had somebody hand me their flags. And said, and I said, well, I can't just put them back because I don't know where you took them from. And please don't do this because this is not, it's it becomes a safety issue for everybody involved. So,
Thank you.
please.
So please let us know. We will, as soon as we know what's going on with MetroNet and USIC, we will update the website, Facebook. I did want to say there was also a notable post on Facebook today, a picture of an individual in the backyard. This particular person had on kind of gray and black outfit and a kind of light white, or it didn't look like a USIC white work helmet. USIC is very clearly labeled, so are MetroNet. They're going to be wearing high res vests, high visibility vests. They're going to have their white work hats. USIC's big bold letters. We were just talking today, you can't not see it. MetroNet, they're going to have those on, but they also have their badges on as well. So if you see somebody here uncomfortable, call the police. They'll come and check it out. Also, it could just be a worker. Maybe your neighbor's having some work done. So you can also call Village Hall and see if they know of any work being done. But yeah, keep an eye out for your neighbors, and we will keep working on the power and the internet and all of the things. So, yes, trustee.
You know when they're gonna start the west side?
They are still on phase 1. West side is going to be phase 3, so not next week. They were talking about they wanted to work on over by the school, and they were concerned about some time. They were looking for different times, and we actually were able to point out that school will be out of session for a number of days, so that would be an ideal time to work over in that area. So they're trying to coordinate with us for during the holidays. Yes, please.
So if you're gonna be speaking with them, and we now know we have 2 lines, one old, one new,
They're marked.
but maybe if you just communicate that they need to do a wider sweep to make sure that they're recognizing an old or a new or both.
Well, and that's what USIC is doing right now, is they're going back out, and where the line is, they're going 4 feet or however many feet to the left and to the right to find and make sure which lines are marked. So
Thank
you
you.
should have all of them.
And part of the problem too is they were given drawings, right?
Mhm.
Or maps of where the lines were.
Right.
Well, the old lines were copper lines
Yeah.
and they are still there. And some of the drawings they were given were of the old lines, not of the current lines. So when
Yeah,
they,
that's what I'm saying, if you get sweep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and some of it is like within 4 feet, but then as we saw, some is like, here's a line and then it goes all the way out here. It was like, we stood there looking at it and
Which
it
one is-
made no sense. The one in the first backyard, like, you know, how that we were at. And it just goes, it's like they could sweep, like you said, that's what, you know, we were kind of talking about, but it's like a wide, like
Okay,
the way ComEd did it just is. You look at it and you're just like, okay, now I get why this is happening, unfortunately.
Thank you. Sorry. All right, so moving down on the president's report. I've had very busy 2 weeks. There's been a lot of events that I've been out attending. I went to the Fox River Ecosystem Partnership meeting, the Fox River Study Group annual review meeting, or annual meeting, and then the Dundee Township Open Spaces Volunteer Appreciation Dinner, all kind of in the environmental umbrella. What was really special with those 3 events kind of coinciding all within 2 weeks is that we were able to kind of get the word out for our volunteer work day that we just had this past weekend, and I was able to get a lot of people, especially the individuals who taught me so much and have kind of helped guide me in my interest in preserving the environment and sustainability. They came out and participated with us this past weekend, and were able to share our events with their friends and know that we're modeling a lot of what we're trying to do here off of what they've already been so successful at doing. So it was nice to have that full circle, and then also to meet some other people in all along the Fox River down in Batavia. I met with Michelle Zimmerman, who's the Assistant Public Works Director in Algonquin, who's been really instrumental with their mayor, Deb Sosine, in creating watershed management plans with native plants that help work with flooding, drainage issues, and really finding some of those resources that we have right here in our own community. We also had I had a great meeting with Damo Barbecue this past weekend. They've been doing a wonderful job over on Route 72, over in the Verlo and Gall property parking lot. They want to thank everybody in the community for being such great supporters. Funnily enough, they have the MetroNet and the USIC guys out there quite often buying their barbecue. And if you drive by in the afternoons, many times they're sold out. So please keep them doing well in business. And coming into the colder months, we probably won't see them as much out there. So place your orders for the holidays now, so you know what to make for you. And I see we just got our last visitor come in, so I don't want to keep you guys up too much later on a school night. I'm going to hand over to Rhonda to talk about our work day this weekend and our special helper.
Can I have all of the scouts come up to the front really quick? And Violet, can you come up since you were very instrumental as well?
You're not very happy.
So these are some very hardworking young people. They came out yesterday and worked very hard. They learned how to use loppers and clippers, learned about the importance of why we want to get rid of the invasive honeysuckle and buckthorn. Cece and Violet also helped load up the trailer, take debris over to the burn pile. And then they helped me plant some oak trees yesterday.
Yes.
So I just want to give them all a big hand and
Somebody came from dance class.
I want you guys to keep working as hard as you did yesterday,
Yeah.
helping us,
Rebuilds.
help us keep those invasives out of Sleepy Hollow, okay? And you'll be out helping me when I have another work day scheduled, right? All right, well, thank you guys very
Good job,
much.
guys.
I'm very proud of you. You all worked so hard. There's one, Jedi is not here.
Yeah.
We're missing him tonight, but he also helped us plant a tree yesterday. So great job, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
You're
you
very
so much for
welcome.
coming out with us, guys. Good job, Cece. All right, now listen to your parents when you go home, please. Be as happy as they say.
Say it again, she didn't
Sweet
sleep.
Violet.
Did you pick up your broom yesterday?
Oh, she did not.
No more great friends.
Oh, she said, I'm not doing it.
Well, I also have some gloves. I will contact you and drop that stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
It's on YouTube, come on.
She's we're famous. All right. Yeah. Well, as you guys noticed, we had a wonderful time this weekend. There's like 20 volunteers. I won't talk much more about it because I want Rhonda to get to it when we get to the trustee reports. But it was Saturday was really warm and gorgeous. I remember thinking like, oh man, this should be the work day. But it was just that nice, cool enough temperature that once you're working through it and the sun is shining, it feels good and you just keep going. So it was awesome. I did notice that the Joy Lane speed sign, trustee Diatley, is up, and I was very excited to see that I got a thumbs up. So it's going the speed limit. I don't know what it says if you're speeding because I haven't sped down Joy Lane.
Says slow down.
Okay, so you tested it.
Actually, it says too fast at a certain.
Too fast.
Yeah, too
Mr.
fast.
Diatley, go home. So that was exciting to see. My brother works over on Randall and he walks along Joy sometimes, and he said it clocked him at 3 miles an hour and also gave him a thumbs up. So for our walkers and runners out there, consider it a motivation. Jog on by Joy Lane's speed sign. Also, as a reminder, which I'm sure trustee Diet, sorry, I didn't talk to you beforehand. Chief is out tonight, so I just wanted to say a reminder to please purchase raffle tickets for the Shop with a Cop Christmas fundraiser to help the kids go out and buy presents with the police and just have a great time. Last time, or back in October, we started talking about the Dundee Township Mental Health Board and Carpentersville IGA. I just want to let you know that that's been paused for a little bit right now. They're hashing out some of the details, and I don't know when that will come back up. I know they're going through a board change or membership change at the end of this year, so it may be by the end of the year, it may be beginning of next year. But I will keep you updated as soon as I learn more about that. Also last week, and I'll ask trustee Thomas to update us either now or at another time. I didn't get to you beforehand. There was a planning and zoning meeting hearing with West Dundee. Some of you reached out to us that there's a proposed development with West Dundee over on 72 and Sleepy Hollow that kind of uproots the backside of Tartan's Glen. So we've had some residents from here, trustee Thomas all attended the meeting, gathered some information, and we're keeping an eye on what's going on over there. If you have any concerns, please voice them to us, either email us, myself, Eugene, Kelly, or come in and talk to us and let us know what your interests are. Almost done here. All right, so lastly, at the last meeting, Deb Vernon listed off 5 items that she asked the board to work on. I just wanted to give an update or just answer those now that I've had a chance to look at them. The first item was requesting that an attorney attend each meeting. I appreciate the request, particularly after the voting issue that we just had recently. I will say that that was a bit of a one-off. In fact, Mark and I had a good time parsing out some of the legal language and going back through old cases just to kind of find out exactly how that vote needed to go, and looked for some precedent about president's votes. I'd like to remind people I do have a law degree and I have been in various forms of government since middle school. So Robert's Rule of Order, parliamentary procedure, all of those I'm pretty well versed in. And usually coming into meetings where I know that Eugene or Mark are not here, we talk and go over what's going to be on the meeting just to make sure that everything is covered. So no, I don't think that we need an attorney at the second meetings each month. Right now, we don't have the money for the expense. And if ever an issue does come up that requires an attorney's attention, I will ask him and invite him to come to those meetings. As for number 2, the town hall meeting, we have hoped to join in with the open house for the fire department back in October. Everybody, bless their hearts, were very much on board and trying to help me get that through, but we were pushing too much too quickly with the new administration at that time. It was better for the firehouse to have their time, and I wanted to set up our own town hall. So I'd like to have it come the turn of the year. Let's get through the holiday season. We'll have had some time to go through our winter planning of certain things, and then we can open up a town hall hopefully in January, February, when things are slower and we're looking at what's coming up in the next year to come. Packets before the meeting, again, we're working on it right now, and I'm going to bunch that actually with number 4, the Sleepy Hollow Village Facebook page and the website. I very much want open and transparent communication with everybody, and I would love to have the website up, and we're updating it all the time, as well as Facebook. There are so many moving issues and plates right now, and lots of issues that have been brought up that we have had to deal with, that we have not been able to allocate enough time to figure out all of the responsibilities with having a website, any of the cost that goes behind it, let alone staffing it right now. It's still all volunteer. I mean, the whole board and the president, we're all volunteers, but it is all volunteer work, and we don't have it right now. So we're working on it. If anybody has any internet expertise or drafting or wants to participate, please let us know. But right now, that's one of our big limitations. And then lastly, as for financial presentations at each meeting, you know, Eugene is transitioning right now to administrator. I'd like him to focus on the whole job as opposed to his old role of finance director. I'm really excited with trustee Hoff, really understanding all that's going on, taking on a lot of projects. I would recommend for right now, come attend the finance committee meetings. I think there's a lot of information there. You'll hear a lot of the committee members discuss the nuances of the issues and you'll get a better feel for it, and we can work towards that in the future. Again, it kind of comes down to time and our resources and what we can commit at this time. Also bearing in mind that anything we do with websites and Facebook and all of that sets the precedent for anybody moving forward. So I want to make sure that we have something properly structured that is feasible for the next administration or whomever to take over. That was all piece. Let me just double check. I have everything here. And I don't mean to make this awkward, but some questions that come up, Trustee McGuire, as to attendance at meetings and stuff. And I just wanted to let people know that an email had been sent to you this week. And so that has been adjusted. If you'd like to speak to it, please.
Here, the email, any false rumors going around about me, I have hired a lawyer, so I will be sending cease and desist for all the false rumors and accusations moving forward. Live in Sleepy Hollow. So ridiculous and pathetic.
Okay.
So, because I don't show up to Halloween, my kids are aging out. So, but I have legal representation moving forward.
Okay,
So
thank you for your.
anybody that wants to continue to make false allegations, they'll be receiving letters from my attorneys.
Thank you for the update.
Well, since we're on that subject, will you be coming to meetings?
Yeah, I had COVID 1 week and then I had the flu the next week or the next time. So, yeah,
Are you letting people know?
yeah.
Cause I was concerned and I was told you hadn't let anybody know.
Okay, well,
Okay,
yeah, emails were sent.
cause I mean, you've got a pretty important role, water and sewer, and just, those are some. pretty-
Yeah,
I
and
just wanna make sure. if
it's
you're
so
gonna be
important
coming.
that you don't even get a notification when a water main breaks.
That's why it's good to be.
Yeah,
Okay,
When were you not notified about a water main break?
I find out on Facebook.
Okay. You've been copied on the emails. There was one when you asked us in a meeting at the beginning of the term saying.
And there was 2 after that I was not copied
There
on.
was one that you had asked about, and that wasn't a water main break. That wasn't a bit proper notification. It was a leak that they had to go out and adjust. But then the other ones, you have been copied on the water main.
I have
break.
not,
Okay,
not at all.
okay. I'll pull them up. Anything else? All right. We are done with the president's report. Is there a clerk report?
No report.
There's no building official at this time. There's no attorney report. Jeff Steele did send, so let me pull that email up. He did have an update. I think it was, yeah, there is nothing new to report. Village administrator report. Eugene? Can we take Eugene off mute? Oh, he's on.
He's putting this.
No, he's trying to do it on his phone.
While Eugene is working on the mute.
I have a really quick question. The email that was sent on November 3rd by Billy, we were all addressed on it.
Yes.
Regarding a sewer and water situation. Water and sewer
Yes,
management.
that's about the wastewater meters and the water to main.
Okay, whose privy is that under?
That was sent to everybody, so it's an OMA issue. I'm responding to her. I've been working with Billy for the past few years. Yeah, Eugene and I'll be following up with her. We did have an update. Sorry, that was not on my list. We did have an update of the 4 residents that did not have a wastewater meter. 3 of the residents have signed up for installation. There's just 1 resident remaining. For the well to water, that's We're still working out the financing issues. Another option came, not an option, but another avenue for us to look into came up recently, so trustee Hoff is working on that. He, Eugene, and I are getting that all together, and once that's ready to present to residents and the board, but that also has to go through finance committee to kind of hash out. It's a big project to figure out all of our avenues.
I spoke with Billy several times. She's kind of tired of her name being brought up in the middle of meetings.
This is the first time it's been brought up.
It's not,
Like, the first time since I've been on the board.
you didn't bring it up.
I did, yeah. Well, she brought up the letter. Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I was
thanks.
just wondering
Yeah.
because it was sent to all of us and I had not heard anything about it. And so I wanted to know what was going on and that it was being addressed. So thank you.
All right. Eugene?
I apologize for that. The hotel internet is not working too well and it's kind of messed up my computer, so I'm on my phone right now.
Okay.
Okay, request a motion for the approval of the accounts payables in the amount of $205,697.70.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Moved by Hoff, was that Thomas?
Mhm.
Seconded by Thomas. Sorry, any comments, questions, discussion? Bill, do you need a second?
Nope.
Oh, no, Canali. Oh, I saw you looking. I wasn't sure if you were looking at something. Okay, all right, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
Trustee Canali.
Aye.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
Trustee Schatzberger.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Hoff.
Aye.
All in favor, no opposed, motion passes.
Okay, I know we were all taken a little bit aback last time when we had approved the healthcare insurance increases of 15%. Speaking to the members of my treasurer's group, their increases were 17 to 27%. So our 15% increase was pretty much a deal. It was interesting that after the vote, I got an email from Blue Cross and Blue Shield that talked about all these great things that are now covered under the plans that have been mandated by the state of Illinois, which would then explain why we've had such a large increase, where they removed a lot of limitations on healthcare, like for rehabilitation and stuff like that. And they're paying for colonoscopies now where they weren't doing so in the past. So that kind of explains why we've seen such a large increase. This past week, I had received a phone call regarding the storage unit at 1601. They wanted to know the status of the project. And they were really interested when I told them that that wasn't going forward, and that it had been withdrawn. And then they were very disappointed when I told them that we have closed that door. So, people are interested in that property, but again, it looks like it's limited to being a storage unit. I also looked at our water rate, and we will have to increase that in our next budget year. What makes it difficult to compare is that we bill by 1,000 gallons and we are billed by cubic feet. So it's kind of it's a complicated formula to get from the one to the other. So where it looks like we have enough of a margin, we really don't. We're barely covering what we need to. So a water rate increase, I believe, will be coming in the future. And Madam President, you stole my thunder when I was going to mention that 3 flat rates have now scheduled to have their meters installed.
We're just so excited.
So, yeah, so we just have one more to go, and then we'll be in compliance with West Dundee's request. One of the things I had been pushing for was the grocery tax, and it should have been handled at the time that we did the regular village tax. The thought was, well, we don't have any grocery stores, so it doesn't affect us. Well, Brad Cole from IML confirmed what I had always been saying, is that it's not just grocery stores, it's everything. So when the liquor store sells a bag of chips or a can of soda, when Dunkin' Donuts sells a box of, or a bag of coffee, these are all grocery tax items. And what he also said is that in every instance where the Department of Revenue has rejected an ordinance for the grocery tax, it was because the attorney made a modification to their model. That model was developed by the state and by IML. And all we need to do is pass exactly what they're giving us, and we'll be able to start collecting that tax now, not until July. Again, we're also having the issues with MetroNet. I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get an email from them for me to post on the website, but as soon as they send me an email, I'm trying to get that stuff posted. We'll have one other item that we on the Polaris, but that's further down in the agenda. That's all I have for right now.
Thank you. Oh, there is.
Thank you.
Eugene? All right, comments. Oh, there are no comments from the public tonight. All right, we'll move on to trustee reports. Trustee Canelli, roads, parks and streets.
So with the snowy / rain that we had a couple weeks ago, the Public Works Department did have the opportunity to start spreading some of that salt that we've had left over. So like the hills and some of the locations that Kyle's very much aware of that freeze quickly were addressed right on time. As you mentioned, the speed sign is up on Joy. And all the equipment, all the trucks have gone through their safety tests, so they've all passed and they're good for another year. As far as the bike path on that we discussed before on Bonkoski, I have sent another email to West Dundee asking the status so that we can plan with our upcoming budgets, and it's gone nowhere. So I think I'm just gonna have to stop in and make a personal call. See what their thoughts are. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Trustee Hoff, finance.
Eugene, I just came into the office today. I didn't realize you were we've been missing some vacation last week. But I wanted to ask you, is it possible we could have a finance committee yet this year?
Sure.
Okay,
Tell me when, and give me some dates, and I can send a message out there. And
okay, yeah, because I really want to still keep pushing this look-see into the water main project that we're facing, and I wanted to get the new members from the finance committee to mull it over and get a little brain trust going to see if it makes sense for us to put something forward and how we're going to finance it for next year.
okay,
Are you back Friday?
I will be back Friday morning. Yes.
Okay, I'll stop in to the village hall and we can get some dates together.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That's all I had.
Thank you, Bill. Jenny, water and sewer, trustee McGuire.
No report as of today.
Thank you.
1 second. Jenny, a while ago, a brochure went out about making sure we're not putting debris. Has there been any response? Is there anything coming back from anybody?
Got nothing.
Okay, I just didn't know if it's gonna help us, if it's being.
No, because here's the thing, if people are gonna do what they're gonna do anyways, they have to be engaged with. And people are so mad about everything that's going on that they're not gonna listen.
What are they mad about?
Well, here's the thing is, we're worried about, trees and things like that versus like what's going on. MetroNet, let's talk about MetroNet for a second. We've had power outages and internet outages and stuff like that. From the beginning, we never negotiated anything with them. We never talked about the risks that would come in. We just let them come in. We didn't charge them anything. And we let them come in, put lines down. We didn't background check anything. We didn't check what they did in other communities and things like that. People are really angry right now. It's winter, they're without power, a lot of them.
I'm glad
So
you say
it's like-
we, because you were part of the we.
Yeah, I questioned Mark Schuster here. I said, did we charge them anything? Did we do any research on them? I was the one that actually went through and said, did we background check them anything? We're just letting them put lines in our thing or in our community and then nothing's happening now.
When was this background check question? Because I actually have reached out to the other villages and I've spoken to other people with respect to MetroNet, so.
Carpentersville has had tons of problems with them putting it
I
in.
understand that, but I'm asking, when did you raise?
This was, I don't know, months ago, over summer maybe, whenever we had the discussion. Like, we didn't research anything and now people are complaining nonstop.
Then why did you vote for it? If they didn't research, why did you
Let's
vote
keep
for
it to
it?
the board, please, thank
So
you.
are they complaining to you or where?
Yeah, you know, for not living here, I talked to an awful lot of neighbors, I guess.
Hey. All right, so let's get back to water and
Thank
sewer.
you.
With respect to MetroNet, yes, we did do research. I've worked with Kyle, I've worked with Jeff Steele, the engineer. Bill Hoff was in at one of our pre-construction meetings. Eugene and I have worked on it. We've also spoken with other municipalities. We've done a lot of our diligence to try and make sure things are set. Accidents happened. Yes, there's been a lot of cuts. We're fixing that. We're fixing it. We're working on it.
And we're talking to the residents. I've been out there. I have been out there on the streets, talking to these people. And have not seen you. So that's great that you're here, but I haven't seen you talking to anybody, but you're telling us that everybody is mad. I get they're mad, but how about go out and talk to them and explain to them what is happening?
I have a phone, Kelly.
I know, I've called it, haven't got a call
I'm
back.
not gonna take a call from you.
All right, come on, let's
All right,
stick to the facts here.
that says it right
Is there
there.
anything else on water? No, it's not my point, not my point.
Okay. All right, Trustee Diatley, Police and Public Safety report, please.
Most things have been covered already. One thing I will say is the chief and I are working, this next year, we will have a police contract coming up with both our full-time and part-time officers. That's a union negotiation, so chief and I are working on just talking, getting our stuff, in line so we can, sit down with them when they contact us, and then we'll go forward with that.
When does the contract start?
April, I believe. It's in April.
It's May 1st,
May 1st,
May
April. May 1st.
May 1st, yeah.
Thank you.
And I had a meeting with Trustee Hoff earlier today. Chief had sent us an email and Eugene and Trustee Diatley about some proposals for the police and the pay.
Right.
So I'm gonna step back out of that. So I'm forwarding it on to Bill Hoff to also add on to with the finance committee of hashing out the viability of those options so we can make sure that that's something we can
Okay.
address moving forward.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
if you want to say anything about the chief being recognized?
Oh, yeah. He did drop the ball on that. I asked today.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
You say one thing, he says another, so I ain't got nothing left to say, guys. I mean, you know, pretty much all took it. You know, you pretty much all took the thunder there, exactly.
Just a reminder.
I'm low on the totem pole down here, you know, I get the drizzle that's left here. So yes, I gotta find it on my phone,
I know,
because
isn't
my
that-
computer's still not working.
It's good news, it's cool.
I read that. I ran out.
Do you want trustee Cannelli's copy? A little bit
Keep
easier.
going. Just keep looking.
A lot of emails.
It's the agenda packet, I'm looking at
Oh, you just got
it.
Oh, I was.
Okay, yes, Chief Parma was nominated for position on the Illinois State Board of Directors for the FBI National Academy. The election is slated total of 4 individuals employed by the Chicago Police Department, Cook County Sheriff's Department, and the Northbrook Police Department, and of course, our Sleepy Hollow Department.
Nice.
So that puts us in pretty rare company. Someone of our size to have someone nominated for this position. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. And I hope people understand what we have when we have Chief Parma here. I think he's a fine individual and a fine lawman as well. So I want to thank him for all his work and what he's done. And that helps us as we move forward with ideas and what we can do in Sleepy Hollow. So Chief, very good. Thank you. I know he's not here right now.
Well, in addition to being nominated, he won.
He won.
He'll be the president of the FBI National
FBI.
Academy Association.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's voted on by all the other chiefs, I understand, so it's,
Mhm.
yeah. So, thank you, chief. Thank you. Diatley and trustee Canelli. All right, buildings and environment, trustee Schutzberger.
A couple of things. So first, going back to some old business with, Gale Lane slash Hilltop easement area. Just a reminder to everybody that the swale area is there for a reason, for drainage. And I've noticed just in going through and checking things out, that some of the areas where the swales are have been built up. So the water that used to travel down Hilltop swale all the way down
To the ravine.
is no longer doing that. With that being said, I do have to go back out and meet with one of the residents to ask if she would give permission to neighbor to, level out. Eugene and Kyle took a walk over and looked at the area, and there's some landscaping that's built it up, so it doesn't have a natural flow anymore. So I just want to remind everybody, those swales are there for a reason, so let's not build up, let's not fill them in. And if you're unsure, please contact the village about it. And then also, it's the responsibility of the residents to keep that area maintained, mowed, trimmed, whatever may be the case. I've noticed some of that as well, some debris built up and lawns not being cut or kept up. So just a reminder. And then as far as our environmental project going on, getting rid of the invasives, as everybody can see, we had a great turnout this past weekend. We got 10 trees planted in total. We have a service berry that's hopefully going in on Gale Lane in the cul-de-sac. I want to still, hey, if you have volunteer oaks growing in your yard, email me at my village email. I don't check Facebook on a regular basis. I'd love to still collect and get those planted. And this is going to be an ongoing project for a while. I've got a great group of volunteers that are coming out and helping. Obviously, not everybody can be there, every weekend or when we have it. Moving forward, I want to do it maybe, I want to pick a regular date, like every third Saturday or something, but that's something to be worked out still. And then I handed out to all of the kids because they were so awesome. They were asking how they could use the loppers. I got permission from the parents. So we showed them how to properly use the tools. The little ones were using the clippers to cut some of the branches. And then they wanted to know why are we getting rid of these? So we explained to them, they were put in because they're ornamental at the time. Great barrier, however, that they then choke out all of the native plants and how we've lost a lot of our oaks. So I gave all of the kids a brochure that kind of is at a child's level, so it explains to them the importance of us maintaining our native trees and grasses and stuff. But they were great. They had some awesome questions and they worked hard. They worked their little hearts out. So, and then they loved riding on the trailer. So,
They got to help move some of the wood stuff over to the
Yeah.
bonfire, so that was like a hay ride, but way cooler.
yeah. And one of the, I have reached out to the service club. I haven't heard back yet. One of the things that I'd like to do is find out if they would be open to us having a bonfire for Holiday in the Hollow. So that we can burn what we added to the pile again. So,
Thank you. We'll keep you
And
posted
that-
if we get that going.
and that's all I have. So, thank you.
And also, don't think I quite said it when I brought up Demo earlier, but they ended
Oh,
up,
yes, I'm sorry. Yes, forgot about that. That's the most important. Damo Barbecue came out and brought all of the volunteers lunch yesterday. Brought us pulled pork and brisket and potato salad and coleslaw, and it was wonderful.
so tasty. So thank you. It was a wonderful day. So please come join us in the future. It's a lot of fun. Building and zoning enforcement, trustee Thomas.
A couple things, Rhonda and I are going to be meeting with the Park District to get an update on some things regarding where they stand with the pools and with their finances and all that's going on, because they're being looked at as well. So we do have a meeting set up with them. And then I still have to meet with President Bo regarding the planning and zoning code,
The permit inspection guy.
that, and getting someone in so that we can have someone work on the ordinances. And continue to move forward with our meetings that way, so that we don't fall behind on certain things.
Mhm.
And that's really all I have.
Is there another meeting planned, P and Z meeting?
I don't know, because it's not up.
They're on the
to me.
regular agenda. So
They're on
next
the
month.
agenda, and we're still trying, we want to have the 2 a month instead of 1 a month, and because it's easier to cancel the second one if there's nothing to be covered, then have to put it on and then go forward with that and get.
Yeah.
And then I did, as President Bo mentioned, I did attend the planning and zoning meeting in West Dundee a couple weeks ago. And they did talk about the area over there that Pulte wants to purchase, as well as looking into that golf property. That was my first meeting there, and so there's a lot of information I'm still trying to gather right now, so I don't really want to say too much until I have all the pertinent information. I will say that there were many Sleepy Hollow residents there, which was good. Because they want to find out, they were all notified of the meeting, and because it will affect them, traffic patterns, getting in and out of this area, it's gonna be tough. I will say that the studies that they brought up, and that's why I need to check into this more, is because the traffic patterns weren't that bad, but they wouldn't say what time of day they checked them. So that was a little, you hear that, I was kind of surprised at that. So I need to check into that more and get more information about it.
And could you keep us
Yeah.
apprised of the
Yes.
next meetings when
Uh-huh.
we're gonna be discussing that
Mhm.
development? That'd be great too, Cal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, done with trustee reports. We're moving on to old business. Item A, we have discussion and motion to approve the ordinance for the disposal of the Polaris. This is item number 2025-4, an ordinance authorizing the sale or disposal of certain property owned by the village. This would be getting rid of the 2002 Polaris Ranger serial number. Well, we don't have the serial number. This was the one that we voted on. This is the legal language for the ordinance allowing it. Can I get a motion from the board?
So moved.
Moved by Kennelly, seconded by Schatzberger. Thank you. Any comments, questions, discussion?
There's nothing about the price here. So I'm assuming that,
It had been agreed.
We- This is a situation where we get we have a buyer in hand on it, but we need this in order to be able to sell it.
okay,
Didn't you give us a price last,
Yeah, it was approved.
the last, meeting, or Kyle did?
Yeah, I believe, we have an offer of $500 for it from,
Yeah.
one of our, people that we work with. I believe it's, Water Services is interested in buying it. Part of the problem with this is we can't get parts to keep it in repair, and if they're willing to take it off our hands, so much the better for us.
Okay. All right, any other further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Cannelli.
Aye.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
Trustee Hoff.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
Trustee Schatzberger.
Aye.
6 in favor, no opposed, motion passes. Thank you all. Moving on to new business, Eugene, if you'll address, we'd like a discussion and motion to approve the sewage demand fee from $25 to $30.
I thought we were doing the flat rate.
This was the demand fee that we needed to add up when we did the water demand fee earlier.
Okay.
I can stick this in the agenda. Sorry, it's been out on.
Yeah. We need to be able to cover our fixed expenses with the sewer demand. So part of the situation is that, especially with the forward payments, we're not covering all of our expenses, and that this is going to help us to cover those expenses.
Can I get a motion from the board to approve increasing the sewage demand fee from $25 to $30? The demand fees on both water and sewage are the standard fees that we have to continue operation and maintenance. And then your bills are billing actual usage. So
Moved Diatley.
Second.
moved by Diatley, seconded by Thomas. Comments, questions, discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's what's not all those opposed? Hearing none, all in favor, no opposed, motion passes. All right, now, with some of the things we want to work on moving forward, we don't want to raise fees, so we want to see if we can find grant money. In order to do that, we need to have, an identity on the state as well as the federal grant portals. That would be myself or Eugene. Yeah, and I just wanted to get permission from the board authorizing us. We can't apply for anything without talking to you guys, but we also can't apply without the identity.
I already have access to both those websites, to the SAM and to the GATA portal.
All right then. Okay, so there is no new business except for our executive session then. For those wonderful attendees, thank you very much for coming, but we have to break into executive session. Yes, and we're gonna do so in this room so that we can talk a little bit more. Yeah. So we will break for executive session. We'll take a 5-minute break in case anybody needs to use the facilities, and we'll hand out some paperwork for that. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. We're breaking I'm sorry, can I get a motion to break to executive session at 8:25? By Schatzberger, seconded by Diatley. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hoff.
Aye.
Trustee Cannelli.
Aye.
Trustee McGuire.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
Trustee Schatzberger.
Aye.
Trustee Diatley.
Aye.
All right, 6 affirmative, no opposed, motion passes. We're breaking to 8:25 for executive session.
It's 9:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Eugene?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I don't know the camera. I'm gonna call you from my phone, so we can flip up the Zoom,
Okay.
okay?